Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. Thanks for being here. All right, let's get on to the reading. Okay, so we have the Five of Pentacles, and this is a little bit, interestingly, this is a little bit of that mentality of where I went with my sort of negativity and my hatred, and how to deal with negative things. Do we fuel that negative fire? So this is like a poverty consciousness, like no one's there to help me. I feel excluded. It's interesting. There are kind of two generations in this version of the card. It's sort of like repeating the mistakes of our ancestors. We can either learn from them and get our wisdom from them, or we can repeat the mistakes and to try to learn from our mistakes and do better the next time instead of repeating the same habits. So there is light behind this tree, and there is support spiritually, and we just need to look for it or ask for it. If we just peeked around that tree, we would see the light. We'd see things more clearly. We would get out of our fog of lack and feeling left out in the cold. There are people and warmth to help us if we just ask for it, or look around or focus on the positive and not the negative. And I don't usually get messages like this, but I feel, it's interesting. They're in water here, which I never noticed. So there's a lot of emotions. We're really in our emotions. We're all connected. There's these lines coming, these strings, these chords connecting everyone in this deck, and we're all connected, and not to forget that. And things like that happen at Pulse happens to all of us, and we're not separate, and we all need to do our part. And the simplest thing, it's not simple to do, but the easiest way to help in situations is like this is to try to be supportive and inclusive, and not focusing on the hate and the lack, and looking for the good and the positive, and accepting of people, but to realize we all are connected and we're not alone, and we can reach out for help. And when we are able to open up to the help that is available, we may just not be seeing it, then we welcome in this beautiful Two of Cups. I mean, this energy is amazing. This is emotional affinity, soulmates, if you like to use that word. Not necessarily romantic, but this is a romantic partnership, and one that can potentially be a lifelong partnership, mutually emotionally supportive of each other, coming together to form something new. So this could be a new love, a new job, a new partnership, a new friendship, just solidarity, coming together and feeling supportive. So it's really sort of the opposite feeling of this card, where we feel left out in the cold and alone. And this is the opposite. This is feeling supported and connected. And I think it's about just a shift in our mindset and how we're looking at things, and it can bring in this beautiful energy. Interesting. And then we have the World card. We're all connected. What happens to one person happens to all of us, because humanity we're all in this together. We're all on this world together. And so thinking that there is separateness is false, because we're all connected. Now, this also is about the World card is about culmination, milestones, things coming full circle. So, with the Two of Cups on the table, I can see things like either meeting someone or deciding to move your relationship to the next level. So that moving in together or getting engaged or getting married, having an anniversary, having children, having your children graduate, having your children themselves get married, any sort of milestones where you come full circle. And it's a wonderful accomplishment when it happens. Getting a raise, getting a new job, getting a new house, anything like that. But then you're sort of like, okay, I've accomplished that. Now what? So it's this interesting dichotomy. It's sort of like you accomplish one thing and then you're a newbie again, and you think, okay, where do I go from here? So make sure you don't let that sort of feeling discourage you, and just knowing that that's natural process and cycle. So like you hit one goal and that's great, but then be excited about where you're going to go from there, and not let it feel like a letdown, because you're supposed to then always be moving on and to the next milestone. Like that's the way it is. It's not a bad thing to feel kind of like, oh, where am I going to go from here? Try to be excited about it. So some of you may have some really beautiful connections this week. And so anyone new that comes into your life, or if a relationship sort of shifts in some way, that may be the start of something really beautiful to come, that may result in these sort of milestones in the future, if not right now. So thank you for watching, and take care.